Welcome to another short episode of the apocalypse. You've chosen the end of the world and the end of America. Congratulations, pat yourself on the back, enjoy more football and beer while you can, for it will not last long. And something new is introduced during your latest bread and circus. The Ring camera. We've known about this for a while. I mentioned it to you months and months ago, that the doorbell cameras that everyone gets from Amazon are basically being used to store people's information and faces. We've known about this for a while. Quite valuable information to corporate America and the Reich, wouldn't you bloody say? I would. You fucking fools. You install your very own police goddamn state upon the front of your domicile. For the CIA, for the Reich. My God, you people are bloody morons. Fucking bloody morons. You finance your own concentration camps. You finance your own subjugation daily. And you do nothing. In fact, how many more of you morons, as I speak in the next 5 minutes, will order your bloody Ring camera from Amazon? And do you think, you fucking fools, just like with our phones, do you think when you opt out of something, they will still not use what is available to use for them to make money and subjugate you? You fucking fools. If it can be done, it will be done. Surveillance of all of us since the 40s. Gotten more and more sophisticated. We all carry a cell phone with a camera and a microphone. And you think they are not storing that information that it records? Your every phone call, no matter who the president was, he had nothing to bloody do with it, lest he be George Bush Jr. or McCarthy or something. The CIA, son. They have this ability through so many different avenues to surveil everything we say and do, and you think that's not being used? Of course, it was always being used. I always understood that. Something we must live with. But do not think for a moment that if the technology, if the avenue is open, it will not be trodden, you fucking fools. Of course it will. So they've already got us our location. They've got us carrying around a fucking camera and a microphone that could record anything we do or say. Every phone call, my God. You think the miles and miles of computer servers are not recording every call, everything we do and say? Of course they are. They have always been before we even knew about it. Now it's just in mass. Now they're just telling us directly that they're building them. And there's a reason why electricity costs so much. Bitcoin mining and servers. Data centers. That's it. Nuclear power plants don't help either. Anyway, during your bread-in circus, a commercial was aired. It's all over the internet now. For it had precisely the opposite effect. Not that most of the sheep were paying attention, for they already have it bloody nailed to the front of their domicile. The police state, I mean. And you paid for it, and you supply the infrastructure, and they get all of the information for free. They get the police state for free. You didn't get it for free, moron. Mr. Bezos and the bloody Reich did, though. Isn't that fucking interesting? So they showed the commercial, and of course they used the cute animal upon you fools, the dog. For who does not weep for a lost dog? To the point! You bloody fools will nail the police state again upon the front of your domicile, where it could not only record the stranger that comes to your door, or the pizzaman, but you and your family as well, jerk-offs. So, the Ring camera owned by bloody Amazon, partnered with the bloody CIA and the Reich, wanted to let you know how many little doggies were being saved every year, a minuscule amount in comparison to how many are lost, by the way. But that's really not what the surveillance state is bloody for, is it? It's not for dogs. It's for your dumb bloody ass. So they use the dog upon you. You wouldn't want little doggies to continue to go lost, would you? Nail one of our Ring cameras at God knows what price, so we may have a free police state surveillance apparatus. What will the next year's Super Bowl commercial be, you fucking cunts? There's already a chip in your dog. Why not just put it in your hand as well, you bloody fucking fools? I suspect that will come next year. Or perhaps for Christmas. 'Cause ain't a bloody one of you fucking Christian, son. And you know who I'm fucking talking to. Fucking cunts turned our world into this fucking nightmare that will be your doom as well. Not that you care, for you were dead before you were fucking born. Why not take us all fucking with you to the fucking abyss, cunt? And again, you know who I'm talking to. Need it to even be clarified at this fucking point. So, go out and buy your Ring surveillance state camera, so Bezos can buy another yacht, and you can literally hand the Reich the police state surveillance apparatus at your expense. Of course, it's always at your expense. They only take money. They don't spend it. Not for you anyway. Unless it's a concentration camp. And son, there's a whole infrastructure being built. You will pay for it, of course, every bloody penny. You will get none of the profits, though, from the slave labor, etc., or the rent paid by the government. You will pay for the facility, though, you fucking idiot. That's being built and bought as we speak. Cunts. I have to get on here and speak of bloody concentration camp because of MAGA cunts destined for the lake. Fuck you. Forever. So during the waste of goddamn time, bread in circus, for you're in the apocalypse in the fall of America, so who gives a fuck about football? Honestly. You got your very own police state commercial unveiled upon us all. And the great part of it is, almost all of you fucking morons already have these things nailed to the front of your domiciles. Isn't that great? Because, you know, we wouldn't want to have someone steal your shitty new pair of Nikes that you ordered from Amazon, right? Right. That's worth the police state, I'm sure. Cunts. Literally letting us all know that network of Ring cameras on your fucking house and everyone else's will literally be used for mass surveillance. Not that they weren't using it already, jerk-offs. They're just letting you know now. During the Super Bowl, you got to watch the police state being launched. Are you goddamn proud of yourselves? I told you there would be camps. There are bloody camps. I told you there would be public executions. There are public, bloody, masked murdering executions. An entire Gestapo in masks that the right yells about every day. We can't have them unmasked. A masked immune secret police operating with impunity upon our streets, and we do nothing. Concentration camps being bought and built as we bloody speak, and we do nothing. An obvious Nazi Reich, including Nazi salutes before our very eyes, and we do nothing. And you know who really does nothing? The goddamn military, the tough men with the fucking guns. The patriots that are subjugating all of us right goddamn now. So when I say we are doing nothing, I really mean you cunts in the fatigues. You know, the tough guys that want to kick my ass right now. Maybe you should be looking at some bad guys. Fuckface, kick their fucking ass. Wish I could call you what you need to be called, son. Fucking tough with your chest out, holding the gun, subjugating your fellow citizens. Fuck you. I didn't even plan on yelling fucking scumbags. This shouldn't be my world. It's only my world because of you cunts. That's it. I didn't make none of this. Fucking worthless hillbillies and fucking greedy cunts and dumbass ethnic minorities that went along with the hillbillies that want to fucking exterminate them all. What the fuck is this? Fuck all you people that made this our world. You know, the non-cunts that don't like concentration camps and mass Gestapo shooting Americans in the fucking face or in the back like true bitches. And again, I wish I could call the mass murdering cunts what they really need to be called. But my vid'll get taken down. Fuck all of you. You don't know the lake, son. I do. And you all going. And you can feel it. I see it in every one of you. You know it. So again, I guess the point is, what I'm really trying to say is fuck you for all goddamn eternity. That's what I'm trying to say. And the man gonna have a hoedown with all of you fucking cunts. A hoedown, son. That ends in fire. Enjoy and thank you for your attention to this fucking matter. You fucking dead people that were never alive. The fuck kind of world is this? Fucking thousands of fat, worthless cunts in masks fucking shooting people. What the fuck is this? A fucking train robbery in a Wild West movie? So sad you people had to exist. Every one of you that made all this possible. So fucking sad. What a damn shame what this world could have been without you, son. Without you. Without your goddamn imp daddy, too. Fuck his ass. Let him burn hot, son. Prophesied from day one. Cunt imp. You gonna burn like fucking hotcakes. I'm gonna be laughing at your imp ass. And you people don't even get it. You think I'm talking to nothing right now. Oh no, son. That thing, that worthless fucking cunt, imp piece of shit exists. Trust me. Look at our fucking world. You know he does. Problem is so many go along. But that fucker was named from second one. You going in the fire, son. Don't matter who you kill, what you do, what you say, how many people you make cry. Your little worthless imp fucking ass. Right in the fire. For imp, hear this. Forever. Cunt. Sign Nicholas. And you know who I am, son. And yeah, I'm calling your bitch ass son. Fuck you. Something else that's wonderful, we get to watch all the pedophiles in government like Nutlick, fucking Donnie, fucking all of them, Vance, all of them. We get to watch them come in committee and fucking act like choir boys. Nutlick is a goddamn pedo. And this bullshit, He gets in front of the committee. Donnie's doing the same thing on all the flight logs. He's got his family members with him going to see Epstein. That don't fool me, son. You fucking idiots think because you got on the plane or whatever to go to the island with your family that gets you off the hook? You fucking pedophile pieces of shit. You think that fools me because family members is on the flight logs? Worthless ass car salesman Nutlick. You think you're fooling me when I went with my family. So what? That don't make you a pedophile now? Fuck you. Another one is just going to burn hot. Oh my God, Nutlick, you don't even know. And Nutlick, someone asked a good question because I was wondering the same damn thing. You named like 5 or 6 or 8 children in an email to Jeff Epstein, the ages of all the children. What's that about, Nutlick? That was just your kids and your friends' kids, right? That's what you're talking about, right? I don't know about that, son. That's very fucking strange. You're talking to the most prolific sex trafficker who you knew was a sex. You knew everything about him. You're in business with the fucking guy. And you're telling 8 kids ages and saying you're bringing your family because just in case the email comes out later, right, Nutlick? I know what you're thinking. I know what Donnie's thinking too when he gets on the fucking Lolita Express with his fucking family so the flight log can record that. You think I'm stupid? You think I don't know you're still going there to go do little girls, little boys, whatever you're into? Yeah, that don't fool me when the flight log says with family members. Of course it fucking does. Nutlick's a goddamn pedo and it's fucking obvious. He lied his fucking ass off about his ties to Epstein. He got totally exposed today. Again, so sad. I got to talk about. This has to be our fucking world. Because you people like goddamn pedophiles. A whole crew. Speaking of that, Donnie's name over 1 million times in the full set of files. Do you realize what you're dealing with here? I know you don't care. That's why you're going to burn. But I'm here to let you know, unfortunately, I got to spend my time on this because no one knows this except me. What you've actually done. Over 1 million times in the fight. Do you understand the gravity? I guess I forget who I'm talking to. In other words, son, simply put, Donnie's not just a pedophile. He's a goddamn low down in the gutter of Satan's asshole pedophile. 1 million times. Not Bill Clinton 1 million times. Donald Trump 1 million times. Your hero. You Christians. He's the star of the Epstein file. They should be called the Trump files, you fucking satanic cunts. Because again, son, I ain't just here for fun. He's the antichrist. Who else but the fucking antichrist would be in the Epstein files 1 million times? That's what I mean, the level of evil you can't even fathom it. How there's even one person still going along with this on the peasant level, I don't. You like having your name on abject pedophiles? The worst one ever? Because that's what you're dealing with. and the antichrist on top of it. So it tells me you were never of God or Christ, lest ye turn away. But yeah, right. That ain't gonna fucking happen. You'll cry when you lose whatever you got, though, because of the Reich you created, you built. That's all you'll do. You'll cry on people's shoulder, like so many of you already fucking have, when you built this goddamn thing. Reap the fucking whirlwind if you built this fucking thing. Reap the fucking whirlwind. Donnie over a million times or a million times in a search of the Epstein files. That's a goddamn, I mean, just low down, dirty. What did Jeff say about him? He's basically the most evil thing he's ever seen. Says the worst sex trafficker of the modern age. Donnie must have really made a fucking impression, huh? Wouldn't you say? Don't blame me, son. Was Donnie's best friend, not mine. That's another thing. Best friends with the guy. Around all the time. Again, back in 2015, 2016, you see Jeff Epstein come to Mar-a-Lago with your Messiah. Bunch of girls. And you go along anyway. Bring a lot of ice when you die. That's all I can say. Like an iceberg worth. The police state camera thing, that is astounding to me. I can't believe we've got Super Bowl commercials advertising the police state that you all have built. Because you're idiots. Just like in those cheesy movies, what was it, Eagle Eye with Shia LaBeouf. Remember that? And there's many movies that show this capability. That the CIA or whoever, these nefarious agencies in the government that we don't know about. How they use traffic cameras, door cameras, all the different cameras, and they can access it whenever they want. You think these companies don't give the CIA backdoor access all the time? Now they're telling us they have. We know Bezos is working with the government. We know Zuckerberg is giving your info to the government. We know Google is giving your info to the government. There's an article that just came out. I was going to present it tonight. And I said, you know what? Instead of going over all these clips, let me just say some shit. Because what's the point? I don't even know what to say anymore. We're at the point with you cunts that have built this where Ring and Jeff Bezos and the government is putting a commercial in our face saying, yeah, get your Ring cameras to find the lost doggy. It's not for a police state at all. We promise. And, you know, by default, when you install it, it just happens to give us access. Unless you turn it off. Nothing nefarious there. And it'll totally never be used against you and your family or anyone you know. Don't worry. We promise. That's astounding to me. A news outlet printed letters from children. You vile cunts that have those children in them cages. You that have your name on it. And believe me, the man will hold you accountable. And the letters are terrible. And hearing little children that don't understand all the way up to age 14. They just want to have a normal kid's life. They don't get this bullshit between me and you and the Reich and you evil cunts of Satan that preach for children to be locked in these cages for God knows how long, begging to be deported even. That's how much of a racket you cunts have your name on and got going. Because the private facility gets to charge the government rent. That's you, moron. Paying for children to be in cages. And we all know, I won't even dignify or tolerate. There's a whole different intention with this Reich than the presidents before. Unless, again, we're talking George Bush Jr., who took all our rights away. Which wasn't really him, but he gets the credit. The intent is quite different, and we all know it. One of the differences is we didn't have mass Gestapo, secret immune police that shoot American citizens in the face, and we can't even prosecute. That's how I know the intention with the camps is different this time. Disingenuous cunts and cunts of Satan going to the lake. So, reading little children talk about, I miss school, I miss my friends, it's dangerous back in my country where I'm from if I go back. Because again, a lot of these people were asylum seekers. In other words, they weren't here technically illegally until you said they were here illegally. You and the Reich, for you are one. So now we have a whole different intent where we're going to keep the kids, the mother, the families as long as possible because we can just charge these dumbass sheep rent forever. And when we run out of room, well, you know what happens then. Or maybe that'll be the intent going in eventually. Because there's going to be a lot more of you going in these camps than just illegals. You know that, right? I told you that again, January, son. You don't need a whole network of camps like that for illegal aliens that you plan to deport. You understand that concept, right? Too late, it doesn't matter. Many of you will end up in those camps. MAGA, non-MAGA. That's why I hate you. That's why I will despise you forever. Because I understand the gravity of humans being put in concentration camps, even if Bibi Netanyahu doesn't. And anyone that advocates for that, you know where you're going, son. Only one place for you. Nowhere else. One-way ticket only, though. And it's kind of hot. They interviewed this Todd Lyons cunt today. He's the director of ICE. And Eric Swalwell brought up with Lyons, when you were at this convention last year, you said you wanted to make deportations like Amazon. And he said, how many Amazon folks shot Americans in the face? And Mr. Lyons said none. Lyons was also asked if he was going to hell. You think you're going to hell, Mr. Lyons, for what you've done here? He didn't like that at all. You know why? You know why you didn't like that, Mr. Lyons? Because you know it's true. You know you're scum. You know you're evil. But it's gotten you somewhere in life. So you're going to triple down. That's a shame for you. Because the man going to triple down on throwing you in the goddamn lake. And that's a guarantee, son. None of this matters, what you see before us. Not a bit of it. Not your shitty car, house, whatever mistresses or bathhouse boys you got. Whatever you people, you fucking Reich freaks are fucking into, because my God, you're all fucking freaks. Like Sideshow. Fucking freaks. Every one of you, I never seen such sociopaths. But you are, I must admit, the maximum expression of the sociopaths before me that I see walking around, that have their name on you. So you are representative of something, though be it a minority. But yes, Mr. Lyons, you're going, son. And I think it's too late to turn back now. It wouldn't be sincere anyway, right, son? Of course it wouldn't. And this is what disgusts me, that our reality, we have to sit and tolerate you MAGA fucks, one, because you're just as much of a waste of oxygen as Mr. Lyons, your maximum expression. We have to tolerate abject pedophiles like Donald Trump, Nutlick, etc. get in front of committees, lie on camera. Donnie's lying every second. Donnie's such an abject pedophile, he's afraid to have Bill Clinton come in and testify. Donnie's afraid, not the government. Donnie. So we have to sit and watch these pedophiles, Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, Nutlick, and Gestapo heads like Lyons. We have to sit there and watch them lie. Lyons also lied and said, oh, no, we're not storing any faces in databases. That is an abject fucking lie. The fucking Ring camera's been doing it for a while now. I've told you about it. I reported it to you. Are storing our faces in databases. For the surveillance state, nothing else. No other reason. Mr. Lyons assured us today in the hearings, oh, no, that's not going on. Yes, it is. Why did your agent say it out on the street? He was also asked. Oh, I don't know about that. Yes, you do. You saw the tape. You know all about it, son. Abject liar destined for the lake. There's a reason the agents were saying you're going in a nice little database when they took pictures of an observer or whatever. They always planned on making lists of all you people. Why do you think they're there? To draw you out. They get your picture. I'm glad I thought of this, because that's what I wanted to say as well. Earlier today, I was going to do a quick video and make you aware, even most of you should be by now, if you protest, if you write your congressman or senator, if you write one of these evil people, if you stick your head up in any way, your name goes on a list and your face. If you're at a protest, you get filmed, your name and face on a list. This is a Reich like Adolf Hitler. All they did was make lists. They've been trying to make lists of autistic people, Jews, all kind of people. The Reich, I've reported the stories to you, and they are verified, son. This isn't a they kind of wanted it, they kind of doing it. They said the Gestapo would leave Minnesota if they got a list, son. You remember that? Everything's about lists with these people. They need to know who to go grab later. What I told you before the election would happen. The knock at the door, or they just show up late at night and just bust in and take you. Already happened. You saw the masked cunt Gestapo at the female reporter's window at 3 in the morning, right? Already happened. We already there. But larger numbers of people are going to be grabbed just like Adolf did. Why do you think there's a camp infrastructure being built right now? They expect to need space for a lot more bodies. Gee, I wonder who they could be. You stick your head up in any way, you protest, you follow ICE, you film ICE, even though that's your right to do. They're public servants, allegedly. They take a picture of you. I just want you to understand that, what you're risking. Be aware of it. You're going on a list. I've been on a goddamn list for a long time. And they will take action upon those lists at some point. They're already starting to do to some people. They've done it already. Put them on no-fly, shit like that, on terror watch lists. It's already begun. And people, again, we did nothing when they declared a fake group that doesn't exist, a terror group. You understand, since George Bush Jr., if they label you a terrorist in any way, son, no matter what title it takes, Palestinian, Antifa, whatever it takes, whatever title they want to slap on you, as long as the word terrorist or terror group comes after that, you have zero rights after that moment. That's what the worst president ever, George Bush Jr., did to us. And I knew the second that happened, that wasn't just going to be used on Muslim terrorists. That philosophy could be used on anyone. One word they put on, slap on you, son. Be ye rube or not. Terrorist. All your rights vaporize in that moment. They could grab you and take you to Guantanamo. And no one could stop them. So the day they made a non-existent terror group a terror group, that means they could slap that Antifa title on any one of us. Then you're fucked. You cannot operate in society unless you're Jason Bourne and you can get fake IDs and fake passports and you know all that shit that you see in movies. So understand, you going on a list. If you're against the Reich, if you critique the Reich, if you protest, if you do videos like this, they're probably just letting me hang myself here. Maybe that's the idea about letting me broadcast right now. Who knows? Because I know they don't want me here. They've made that quite obvious. So maybe that's what this exercise is for. But see, what they don't know is I already knew that would happen. I knew 10 years ago. If it's what I thought it was, then my death would be probably at the hands of these people. Already knew that. So one more time, understand you're going on a list. Understand your Ring camera is now part of a nationwide surveillance police state that Peter Thiel can, jump in and look at real quick whenever he wants. Maybe he likes the way your teenage son looks or something. You know what I mean? You think I'm kidding, son? I'm not. These are scumbag Satanists, pedophiles, Epstein associates of the highest degree, not casual acquaintances. Satanist pedophiles. You know, like Alex Jones kept pointing at the liberals and saying they were, but none of them were. It was you, son. The whole time. How do I know, son? You're orange pedophile messiah in a shitty diaper 1,000,000 times in the Epstein files. Best friends with him. Birthday letter. That's the short list. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. I don't know what else to say at this point. I'm so disgusted. Everything I said, all these things were going to happen. The camps, the military deployed against us, the fucking public executions, the fucking children, you know, locked up forever in fucking cages. And the whole Reich's a bunch of pedophiles. And that's not an exaggeration or a statement because I don't like certain people. Again, it's just our reality. That's what I'm trying to say, which is so fucking disgusting. And it leads nowhere good. And that's another thing. I don't know what to say anymore because there's no way to stop it now. Again, that's why I hate you. And you know who I'm talking to. And I knew once he got back in there, it would be inevitable. The train would never be able to be stopped. They want this to be forever. That's the intent. And if there ain't a Christ or something, like the story says, who the fuck's going to stop them ever? Nobody. I can tell by what I'm witnessing now. No one's stopping jack shit. So if there isn't one, I guess this is our new eternity. And I know it's great. Children in cages is great. That, you know, get locked up forever to the point they're even like, you know, deport me. Anything but a cage. I understand it's a cage. Who the fuck wants to be in a cage, right? In other words, let me put it this way and let me get the fuck out of here because I'm just wasting my goddamn time anyway. The little Latin child and other children of other ethnicities, you would preach the gospel of rounding them up and putting them in cages. You do preach that gospel. There's some type of threat to society. You would preach that gospel. You do preach that gospel. The pedophile in the shitty diaper with orange face paint, like a clown, him you would say is great, a great leader, a wonderful president, blah, blah, blah. Better than a liberal. And you would say that he should be president. He should be where he is. He's worthy of it. You would say that child's worthy of the cage. That's why you're gonna fucking burn! Fuck you!